Okay, hey, this is a new episode of my podcast, which you know what it's called, but I'll say it again. Fake celebrity interviews, not real, didn't happen, and other stuff. So there's 5 sections, um, and yeah. So this is the first section. The first section is, you probably know already if you watched, one joke, one story. So I tell one joke. It's just any joke that I thought up. I don't really rate them. Just if they're dumb, they're dumb. If they're not, they're not. And then one story. Okay, I'll talk about stories later. One joke. Here's the joke. Okay, let me remember when I'm. Oh, yeah. I'm not a smart person. I failed a blood test. They checked my blood, and my blood type is F negative. Yeah. That's the joke. Stupid joke, I know. But I thought of it, and then I'm using it. I never said they were going to be good. Okay, one story. Basically, what I did was I did a fringe show in Toronto, Fringe Festival, and it was called Stupid is Good. And so what I did was, part of the show is I took stories of my life and interesting little facts that I've picked up and things and thoughts that I had, and I put it in a binder, and I randomly read them out. And I had my friend and my niece help out. Okay, so this is where it's from. I go through it randomly. I do it. Okay, so this is the one story, or not? Yeah, one story, but it's not a story. It's a thought. Okay, here we go. This is not about my life, but I wanted to talk about these weight loss systems. These systems say they will make you lose weight, but really, they don't need to work. They don't need to work. The company just needs you to think they work. I was thinking about a weight loss system called Nutrisystem. Nutrisystem was a powder you would use. You would substitute a meal with a powdered Nutrisystem shake. They ran commercials all the time. This is in the old days. Okay, here's the rub. They want you to try it. They don't care if it works. They just want sales. Think about it. Let's say they sell the product for $30. That sounds reasonable. Let's say 1 million people just buy it once. They don't lose weight. Well, the company just grossed $30 million. That's how it works. The same thing happened with the Thigh Master. I don't know if you know the Thigh Master. I don't know if you heard of it. Both products are nowhere to be found now, but they made a hell of a lot of money before. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what they do. I remember my friend, he was thinking about buying it. I'm like, no, don't. And I told him my whole theory. Yeah, it's a theory. Maybe they really did want people to lose weight, but really, it's a gimmick. And then they play on people's emotions or their motivations. Okay, that's the end of that section. Going on to the next section. Okay, this is the next section. This is the main section. This is basically the reason I did this podcast. Yeah, it's called the fake interview, the fake celebrity interview. Wow. So yeah, I fake interview. No, I don't fake interview. They come in to my studio. I don't have a studio. And they answer all my questions. They don't answer any questions. Okay, the fake interview today is with Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, that's great. He's a big star. I'm amazed I got him. I didn't get him. Okay, let's start. Hello, Leo. Can I call you Leo?
Yeah, that's fine. How are you doing?
Oh, wow. I've been doing this for a couple of months, and nobody has ever asked me that.
They may be nervous, so yeah. So, how are you?
I had a bad sexual episode last night.
Really?
No, no. It's a line from a Jim Carrey movie.
Why don't you just answer the question straight?
Sorry. To be honest, I wish my life was going better.
Are you the type that always looking for the next big thing? You won't be satisfied with life if that's the case.
I don't have anything. Not like you.
Don't compare yourself to me. Be your own man. Come on. Your life is good. Did you wake up today?
Obvious. Obviously, yes, I did.
Do you sleep in a warm bed in your own room?
Yes.
Do you have a wardrobe full of clothes and you got to choose what you wanted to wear to the interview?
I see where you're going with this. Yes, I have lots of clothes to choose from.
How did you get to the interview?
I drove here.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Mercedes Benz.
No way. Really?
Yeah, I bought it pre-owned and it's the cheapest model they make, but yes, I drive a Mercedes Benz.
You are doing better than probably half the world's population, and you say you wish your life was going better? You have to change your mindset, man.
That's easy for you to say. You are a multimillionaire. You are well respected in your field, and you are a superstar with the women, with all your good looks. You have everything stacked in your favor.
You're comparing again. Don't do that. You are a sad, sad man.
Wow.
What?
All you did was ask me how I was doing, and it ended in an argument.
You answered the question wrong.
What are you talking about?
Let's move on.
Let's talk about how you started out. You started acting at a young age.
Yes, I started before I was a teenager.
That's really early. I guess you broke the jinx.
What jinx?
You know how kids that get into acting at a young age and become famous, then their lives fall apart.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
People just think it is. A lot of children do fine with their lives after acting. People just focus on the failures.
It just seems that way for a lot of child actors. No matter, you turned out great.
Thank you. I was so bad at school that I really had no choice but to get into acting. Luckily, I loved acting, and I was good at it.
You have a high school diploma, I hope.
Nope, I never finished high school.
Wow. So did your parents take it? How did your parents take it?
It was not an issue. In fact, my mother wanted me to get into show business.
That really helps then. She was all in too.
Yep, but, fun fact, my mom wanted me to become a comedian, not an actor.
You were a funny kid?
Not particularly.
Did she tell you straight out, I want you to be a comedian?
No, but I knew that was the case. You know how I know?
Absolutely.
When I was young, my mom and dad would get together after dinner and we would put on a stand-up show in the family room.
That sounds fun.
We would do it on the last Sunday of every month.
You wrote your own jokes?
The rule was you can use other people's jokes, but you had to have at least one original joke in your set.
So, when you performed, you killed, and your parents thought, Leo should try to be a comedian.
She was trying to direct me that way.
Do you remember any of the jokes you made up?
I can remember a few.
Let's hear one.
No, they're stupid.
I won't judge.
Yes, you will, or your listeners will.
Just one quick one.
Fine.
Okay, let me first introduce you. Tonight, on stage, we have the comedian Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you. Sir, can I ask you something?
Sure,
What is green and red and is on your face?
I don't know. What's green and red and on my face?
I don't know either, but maybe you should get that checked out by a doctor. That's the joke.
That was funny. How old were you when you wrote that joke?
I was like 10 years old.
Not bad. Now that you are older, you should say, what is green and red and is on your dick?
Go more risque.
It might be funnier.
So, see, my mother wanted me to be a comedian. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think your mother cares now that you have made it as an actor. Now that you have made it as an actor.
She was wrong.
You did some great acting in your youth. I saw What's Eating Gilbert Grape and I saw This Boy's Life. Both excellent movies.
Thank you.
My question is to you. My question is, you worked with Leonardo DiCaprio. My question is, you worked with Robert De Niro. Are you two close friends?
We are friends, yes. I don't know if we would be called close friends.
I don't know Robert too well, but I think he is a really dull person. No question he is a great actor, one of the best. But I've seen him in interviews. He seems uninteresting.
Don't say anything like that when you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Robert De Niro is a great man.
Great actor, dull man.
Shut up. He is the most down-to-earth man, one of the most down-to-earth men in the world.
That's another way of saying he's dull.
I'm not arguing with you about how great De Niro is. Let's move on.
So, you get the ultimate prize for acting. You won an Oscar.
Yep.
You won it for actor in the leading role for the movie The Revenant.
All information you can find on the internet.
In my opinion, it was not your best work. The only reason you won was because the competition was lackluster.
You're diminishing everyone nominated that year.
I looked it up on the internet. Your competition was Bryan Cranston in Trumbo, not his best. Matt Damon in The Martian, not worthy yet. Michael Fassbender in Steve Jobs. Who is this nobody? And Eddie Redmayne in The Danish Girl. He's not winning another Oscar in his lifetime.
Let me talk. Bryan Cranston is an excellent actor and person. Matt Damon did a great performance in that movie. Michael Fassbender is not a nobody. He's been working in the industry for years. And Eddie Redmayne just needs the right role, and he's going to win another Oscar.
The only reason you won the Oscar that year is because they gave you the trophy for your body of work, not because you crushed it in The Revenant. The voters do that sometimes.
I will agree with you. Voters do. They do that sometimes. But I still think I deserve the win.
You know what movie I think you should have won an Oscar for?
Wait. Let me guess. Titanic.
That's what you would think, but no.
The Departed?
You will never guess. It's a small movie.
Okay, tell me.
You should have won the Oscar for The Basketball Diaries.
I would not have guessed that movie.
You were so good in that movie. The acting was superb. I've watched it a few times now. That's the one.
Thank you. It's a movie that certain people like. The Oscars would not even consider that for an Oscar. It was made for a younger audience.
If you are listening to this, try and find somewhere to watch The Basketball Diaries and watch it. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you. You know a lot about movies.
No, I don't, but I watch a lot of movies in my youth, and that movie really got to me.
Thanks again for liking my artsy movie.
Thank you for making movies.
You're welcome.
I like to ask my guests what they are working on outside of the acting industry.
I'm going to produce and star in a new movie soon. Pre-production has started.
No, I want to know what you are doing with your money. Are you investing it in a new product line with your name on it? Are you maybe opening up a chain of restaurants?
Why would I do all that crap?
To diversify, to grow your money so you can buy expensive shit.
I've got enough. I don't know why all these actors and musicians expand their reach. Aren't they making enough money? They're making a shitload of money to do what they love. Isn't that enough?
It's an ego thing, I think. I'm in agreement with you, but you and I are in the minority on this.
Whatever. Let them do what they want to do. It's not my concern.
Are you happy?
100%. Are you?
We talked about it at the top of this interview. I need a little more to be happy. Not a lot more, just a little more.
You are not quite there yet.
No.
Keep working. You will get there.
My last few questions. Well, what do you want to talk about?
We didn't talk about my mission.
What? Like you are working on as a missionary?
No, I have a mission to save the world.
Really? How so?
I'm calling on governments to act. They need to stop bending to all these mega companies that are indiscriminately polluting the earth. The largest countries need to act not soon, but now. This is an urgent issue. Policies are being ignored when some movement is trying to be made. Policies are being ignored when some movement is trying to be made.
What about individuals?
Yes, of course, everyone needs to be diligent. This is not where I'm focusing my efforts. I'm trying to start a governmental action on the issue.
Good luck on that. I don't think you're going to change anything, but you're better than me for trying.
You are the worst. So negative.
Sorry, I just think you are on a train speeding down the track and it cannot be stopped and turned around, but yeah, hey, I'm wrong about almost everything. It's a noble way to spend your time when you are not working on a movie. Better way of spending your time than creating a product nobody needs to make more money you don't need.
You need to change your attitude.
Maybe. Thank you, Leo, for doing this interview today. Good luck on all your endeavors. You're crushing it.
Thank you. We need to talk after this.
That was great. Leo seemed like a guy that has a good head on his shoulders. Yeah. So that's the interview. I don't have anything else to add. So let's go to the next section. Okay, this is the next section. What I call it, I can't remember what I called it, but it's something like emails to the stars or emails from the stars or something like that. So what doesn't happen is that I get people that send in questions. They don't send in questions. and to the celebrities, and the celebrities answer them in an email. They don't answer in an email. And then I read them out because I'm the facilitator of the whole thing. Okay, let's get started. Carol M. asks, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, what got you into weightlifting? Okay, that's always interesting. Okay, let me just change this a bit. Okay, here we go. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson answers in an email. Thank you, Carol. What got me into weightlifting? You might not believe this, but I was bullied a lot in middle school. I didn't get bullied by bigger or stronger kids. I actually got bullied by the smart kids in school. You would say the nerds were bullying me. I struggled academically in school. I had to take special classes to keep up with the other kids. The extra help I got in middle school actually a godsend. It taught me how to study, how to focus. When I started high school, I didn't need extra help. I wasn't the smartest kid in the high school, but I could keep up. The nerds knew I was struggling and tried to hurt me, and it hurt. I knew early on I wasn't smart, and I was bigger than most kids in my age, so it was a no-brainer. Funny thing was, I was lifting in my teen years. I wasn't getting a big bulk. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Then I figured out my problem in high school. I needed to eat a lot more than I was. I mean, a lot more. I knew I had to eat, but I had to take it to a new level. I was eating 5 times a day, then I bumped it up to 10 times a day. I would eat a lot of meats and eggs, lots of eggs. I would eat food going between classes. I bulked up fast. By the end of high school, I was the biggest kid in my senior year. What I really wanted to do was to beat the crap out of the nerds that bullied me in middle school, but I don't want to fight people, period, even if I was wronged. Okay, that's his story. He didn't do well in school, but then he knew what he was doing. Good for him, I guess. Okay, let's move on to the next email. And that would be, okay, well, we'll start it now. Sid O asks, Jason Momoa, who do you think is bigger, you or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Oh, what's a short email? So Dwayne, or Momoa, Jason Momoa, he answers, I'm assuming you are talking muscularly. I hate that question. People are always trying to compare things in life that make no progress in life. It's a waste of time. To answer the question, I'm definitely bigger than Dwayne. Maybe when we were teenagers, he would be bigger than me, but today, I'm bigger and I'm all natural. I'm positive Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not natural. It's so stupid. Who is the best athlete? Who is the best actor? By the way, I'm a better actor than Dwayne. Who has more money? No comment. It doesn't matter. I say, live with enough. If your enough is not enough, then maybe you should rethink your priorities. Have a vision, work hard towards it, and attack. And another important element of success is to get enough sleep. I believe strongly in that. Okay, that's all he wrote. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he's bigger than Dwayne. Dwayne is huge. But is Dwayne natural? That's what he's saying too. But is Jason Momoa natural? He doesn't answer that. Okay, that's the end of this section. Let's move on to the next section. Okay, this is the next section. and it's called Reading Children's Books Backwards. So what I do basically is that's what I do. I get a book from the library, a children's book, and I read it from the back to the front. But I don't read backwards. But anyways, you'll see. Okay, there's a blue bear in the back page. Okay, here we go. Hello, said Bear. I missed you. And what did Smile do then? Smile smiled. Oh, and it's a bear smiling. He's super happy. There it is. Next page. There was Smile. Okay. And there's a bear in the woods with a red bird and some flowers and trees. Oh, it rose and suddenly... Oh, it doesn't make sense when you do it backwards. He's brown. He's a brown bear, but he has blue. But now he turned from, in the back, he turns from blue to red, brown. But in this, because we're going backwards, he went from brown and then now he's blue. Then Bear felt something deep inside him. And now he's blue. He's happy. He started out happy, now he's sad. Because we're reading backwards. Together they sang and hummed and looked out at the swirling leaves. There's swirling leaves and it's blue. Everything's blue. The trees and blue. Well, the leaves are on the tree are green. There's a red bird singing and the blue bear is humming. Okay, next page. Then Bird began to sing quietly and Bear began to hum. Oh, they show him starting to hum slowly, and it shows the bird singing next to him. Okay. The two sat, not saying a word. Okay, they're just sitting, and everything's colored in a blue color, except for the bird is red. Oh, poor bear, said Bird, and she sat down right next to her friend. So the bird is actually rubbing against the bear. Okay. What's wrong, Bear? Asked a voice. It was Bird. I lost Smile, said Bear. And then there's the bird and the bear, and everything's blue because he's blue. And now, on the other page, there's no bird. Bear sighed. The day was gray. The woods seemed empty. Okay. Bear, okay, next page. Bear got a pawful. He sat beneath a tree and ate, but Smile didn't come to take a bite. Okay, right here. I know, said Bear at last. Smile always wants honey. There's honey. Oh, he was eating honey on the page before. And he sees a honey beehive. He looked inside. He looked outside. He looked down. He looked up. He's looking up and down and inside. Inside, he's covering his eyes up. And he looks outside. He's looking at a reflection of himself in the water. Because he's in water. For whatever reason. He ran right to the waterfall. Smile, he called. It's me, Bear. He jumped in. He flashed the way Smile liked best. But Smile didn't come to splash. He shows him underneath the water. And he shows him by a waterfall. And he's splashing around. Oh, here we go. Hello, Bear, said Rabbit. What's the matter? You look different. I lost Smile, said Bear. Oh, dear, said Rabbit. Did you look in your favorite places? Oh, said Bear. Good thinking. So there's a rabbit. Everything's in blue, except for the friends of his. The rabbit's in like a brown. Next page. But Smile didn't come for breakfast, and Bear noticed that nuts and berries didn't taste as good without his friend. Bear looked under the bed. He looked in the closet. He opened the door. Smile, he called. Where are you? And there's he's looking at the door and he's yelling. He looks, we're in the closet, but there's some red boots. And he's looking under his bed. and there's a orange and yellow blanket with stripes, orange and yellow stripes. And then he's eating on the other page with a spoon, a wooden spoon, berries and some other stuff, some nuts. Okay, smile, Bear called. It's time to wake up. He waited. Smile, he called. It's time for breakfast. And he's in his bed, and he has the blanket, the yellow and orange striped blanket around his feet. Okay. Next page. Then one morning, Smile didn't come. And he's sleeping, or he's lying on his bed, and he has a blanket on him. Okay. Here we go. Oh, look at this. He's all in brown, and he has honey on his mouth, covering his mouth and his paws. Always together, Bear and Smile. And he's smiling away. Okay. They would do almost anything for honey, though Smile usually waited until the bees were out of sight. Next page. Bear and Smile loved adventures as long as they weren't too scary. And he's scaring away bees. Oh, he's scaring away bees. Or he's following the bees. He's following the bees over a river, through a cave, and in the forest. Okay, let me make sure I'm on the right page here. Okay, next page. It took Smile a few minutes to catch up. Longer if the water was extra cold. But then they splashed together for hours. And he's splashing in the water, smiling. And he's freezing in the cold water, but he's smiling away still. Waterfall, cried Bear, jumping in. And then they show him jumping in. And everything's all bright. There's green leaves, and the ground is yellow, the sand and the rocks. And there's brown and stuff. Okay. Together they went to the most wonderful places. He's in the forest with it all green. It's green as it can be. And he's like in a meadow with flowers. Okay. Bear and Smile liked all the same things. Bear likes nuts and berries best before breakfast. That's what Smile liked best too. They shared them together perfectly. And he's chowing down on the berries and the nuts. Before breakfast, I said that wrong. Bear likes nuts and best for breakfast. I'm not a good reader. Smile woke up too and stretched out wide across Bear's face. Good morning, said Bear. And he's smiling away, close up on his face. In the mornings, Bear woke up and stretched out wide across his bed. Now he's yawning and stretching his arms out. He has that yellow and orange striped blanket on. He's in his bed, shining bright. Bear and Smile were always together. He's like, okay, let me see. He's looking at the stars up in the sky and smiling. He's in the river swimming and with a duck, and he's smiling away. He's in the rain, a rainforest, or storm. He's in a rainstorm and he's smiling away in the rain. And it's sunny in the forest. And he's walking along in the forest and it's sunny and he's smiling. Okay, that's the end of it. Looking for Smile is what it's called. And the book is done by Ellen Tarlow and Lauren Stringer. Okay. And any acknowledgments? Yes. Acknowledgments at the end here. To my father, whose gentleness and humor and ready supply of bedtime stories, especially those involving Skitty the kitty, are where it all began. That's Ellen Tarlow. And for this other person, for Alan Johnston and Reuben Pfeiffer, who know about bears and scarecrows. That's LS, Lawrence Stinger. Okay, those are their acknowledgments. And the front page. Okay, well, let's read this little section here. Bear and Smile. Bear and Smile are the best of friends, always together, Bear and Smile. But then one day, Smile doesn't come. Oh, that's how it starts. Okay, that's that. It's sort of weird doing it backwards, but that's the way it works out. You can try to figure it out going what happened forward. Okay, on to the next section. Okay, this is the last section, and it's the dumbest section. It's stupid, whatever. And so if you don't want to watch this section, then that's fine. Just stop here. But I am adding this on because I thought of it. Okay, I call it Tik Tok Zero. So what I do is on my phone, I search on TikTok, just swipe, and I look for a video that has 0 comments or 0 likes, and then I stop. And then I either put a comment if it's 0 comments or a like. I give it a like if it's 0 likes. And then I end the video. And I do it only for, if I don't get a video after like 10 minutes, it's never happened. I've always got one. Then I'll stop doing it. I'll stop the video. Okay, let's get started. Whoops. Okay. Exercise video.
The most popular YouTuber.
Here we go.
Has made a
It's over.
crazy announcement. Let's see it.
It was easy at first.
0 likes, 0 comments.
That often. I tried to help personally, but now my fan base has increased many times over.
Isabel.
I can't physically help everyone. But my name is Mr. Beast, and I've solved this problem by announcing my new project where anyone can get over than $10,000 from me and solve financial problems. To do this, you need go to my website, benlinux.com. Enter the special
Oh,
code shown in the video.
it's a scam video.
$10,000, then you can cash out your money. Good luck.
$10,000 scam. I've heard a person
Popular YouTuber
got scammed.
has made a crazy announcement. Let's see it.
It was easy at first.
It's a scam. They try to get your information and they say they're going to give you 10,000 in Bitcoin.
But now my fan base has increased many times over.
Okay. I'll give it a like, even though I'm... Isabel is the TikTok person that posted it. I'll give it a like and I'll give it a first comment. I'll put wow. I'll put wow, and then I'll put intriguing. But I'm not gonna get the thing. I hope I don't get spammed. But if I get spammed, I get spammed. That's right. Okay, that's the video. Took less than 1 minute.
And I just can't physically help everyone.
I hope he doesn't scam. I hope he doesn't.
Mr. Beast.
I hope the person, whoever does it, Isabel or whatever, I hope they don't start spamming me because they think that I'm a target. But I don't care. I'll just not listen to them. I don't follow people anyways. I just make my videos and then I quit. Okay, that's the end of the podcast. That was fun for me anyways. If you didn't have fun, then that's fine with me too. I don't really care. I'm just doing it. Like I said, I've said on the description, I do my stupid ideas without bias. Meaning, I don't give it an opinion whether the idea was good or bad. I just do it. Okay, signing off. Remember, live your life and see what happens. Okay, later.